Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. For those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, my name is Vicky, and for my returning subscribers, thank you so very much guys for watching my videos or for coming back to watch my videos. You guys are the real MVP. And for those of you who have not subscribed to the channel, please do not make yourself a guest again. Please click on the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel, join the family, and yeah, let's keep the family growing. You get, thank you so very much guys. And for my inconsistency, there is a lot going at the background, and of course this month actually being the month my mother passed on 2 years back. It's a really a terrible time for me over the last 2 years because it's not been an easy route. Like, it's not been an easy experience. It's been a time, like from May I just start feeling down, I just start feeling some type of way. I just start, like, this is not an excuse of me not putting out content, but yeah, that is just being the kind of roller coaster I go through during this time of the year when it's getting close to my mom's memorial. When it's getting close to my mom's memorial, I just become a mess of myself emotionally. And yeah, in this particular video, today marks it exactly 2 years my mother passed on, and I just want to put out things I have actually learned in the last 2 years since my mother passed on. It has not been an easy feat. Like those people who have lost a loved one, whether your mom, whether your dad, somebody really close to your heart, you understand where I'm coming from. It has really not been an easy thing for me, you understand. It has been like seriously, you get. But one thing I know, I've learned a few things ever since my mother died from the observation and things happening around me, and I want to share it with you guys. If you know you can relate, please leave it in the comment section. I really like to see if there are people who feel the same way I felt since my mother died, or who has experienced or who noticed these things that I'm actually going to mention in this video. And the number one thing I'm going to say that I have really learned ever since my mother died is your family owes you nothing. The only one accountable to you is dead. Like your family, I'm talking about your siblings, your even sometimes even your dad, depending on how close you were to your dad, you get your extended relatives, your mother's brothers, your mother's sisters, your mother's cousin, your father's cousin, or whoever the loved one is that actually passed on. They owe you nothing. Like, well, now in this video I'm going to be talking about from the angle of losing a mom. They owe you nothing, and the person who is the only person accountable to you is dead and gone. Like, you see the way people move on in these things, like your mother's sibling, like your mother's relatives. Let me say, because my mother didn't have like a direct relative, but I want to tell you from the aspect of my mom having like cousins and all that, the way people move on, they don't even care, they won't even check up on you. They are not like, they've moved on, you say move on, you get that kind of a thing. And I'm really not like, it's not like we have been, I'm trying to be entitled at this point, but these are just the things I have learned, that no one owes you anything. The only person who is accountable to you is dead. The next thing is, bonds will be broken because the binder left. Yeah, like in my case where my mother is dead and my mother's cousin, nobody calls you to check up on you, like I said earlier, you guys, and it just looks as if the bond has been broken. If you don't call them, they don't call you. Like, it happens in different settings, you get. It's not really like a mother situation. I feel like in some situation where you lost your dad, sometimes the bond you had with your uncles, the bond you had with your aunties, the bond you had with your daddy's cousins or something, they might be broken, and people just move on, you get. It just feels like your parent or that person was the binder in that relationship, and since the person is gone, that bond is broken, you get. At the end of the day, you just feel like, even you the mourner, just feel like there's no need reaching out to this person anymore. After all, the person connecting us is dead, and you just feel some type of numbness or some type of withdrawal. You just feel like, I don't think I need this anymore. And especially if such relationship hasn't really been beneficial to you, you just kind of sign out or log out, or switch off automatically on those people, or they too just forget about you completely. The next thing I'll be telling you is that the only person who has your best interest at heart is dead and gone. Yes, you might be saying that there are a lot of people that might have your interest at heart. My dear, in this world that we are today, your mother or your parents are the only people that truly have your best interest at heart. Your parents are the only one that can pray for you to be better than them. Your friends, your family, and other family members, even if they pray for you to be better than them, it's rare to find them saying you should be better than them, you understand. So the only person who wishes you the best, who actually wants you to ever be better than he or she, is your parents. And of course, that person is dead and gone. So in my case, the only person who actually wish me the best, or actually has my best interest at heart, is dead and gone, and I feel so pained about it. My next lesson I've learned is that you learn to wipe your own tears and move on. There's a way you will cry. At some point you have to move on, you have to wipe your tears. In fact, you get to a point that you cry and the tears is not even coming back anymore. I'm going to tell you this for a fact. Like, if it hasn't hit home, you won't know the pain. You get this pain where you can't even, like, you cry to a point. There was a point you were crying and tears was coming out, and all of a sudden you're crying, you're weeping, you're wailing in your heart, and you can't find any tears. But alas, you have to wipe your tears and try to move on, because even the person that is dead would like you to actually move on. You understand? You will get to that point where you have to wipe your tears and move on. And this brings me to the next point, to say that the pain will never go away. You just have to learn to live with it. You see, the pain of losing your parents, the pain of losing a loved one, let nobody lie to you, it will never ever go away. If they say it will get better, yeah, to an extent, the truth of the matter is that you will learn to live with the pain. It doesn't mean that it goes away, because it never truly goes away. Because I can imagine myself being a mess this period that my mother died, and truly, to be really honest, today, that is the day that I lost my mom. Like, I had to put myself together to actually make this video so I can be able to put it out there, because I'm a complete mess. Like, I can remember, I just was wondering how she was struggling with life before she finally gave up the ghost, what she did the previous day. Like, she was hopeful of this particular day 2 years back, you get, and then life just happened. Because if you watched my video that I did the last video I did the last time, I narrated the actual cause of my mother's death. If you've not watched that video, please, I'll be linking it up here. Just go and get yourself abreast with the reason how I lost my mother. Is in a very painful and a sad way, you get. So I was just wondering, I just stay and reminisce and just feel like soak in self-pity. I don't know, it might not be the right way, you get, but that's just how I try to cope. You just soak yourself in the whole thing and just keep wondering what life would have been if she was still here, and all that. The next point is, no matter the love you receive, your mother is irreplaceable. Like, hear that again. No matter the love you're receiving in this world, your mother is irreplaceable. My own mother was my own hype woman. Her love, I've never seen that type before. Like, those of you who have moms who are loving, who are accepting, who are there for you, you will know that their love is irreplaceable. I can't talk much about this because all of us know for a fact that a mother's love is irreplaceable. And then the last and final thing I have learned from my mother's death is, your second God left, and then God took the position of the two and is really filling the gap properly. Like, you guys, you know, when we all see our mother like a demigod, like she has been there with us through thick and thin, she has been there raising us and all that. Well, your second God left and God has filled the gap. I won't lie, I feel better than I felt last year, this year. Not because I have moved on, because if I tell you I have moved on, I am completely lying to you. I have not moved anywhere. I have not moved an inch from where I was emotionally to where I am now. I just learned to live with the pain, and truly, like the Bible said, the Holy Spirit will comfort you. Maybe the Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit has comforted me and has made me to be able to live through the pain and with the pain, you get. So that's just basically the things I have learned. You know, like, losing a mom is the most terrible thing that can happen to anybody, and I will tell you for a fact that it is not a funny thing. It is not funny at all. So these are the things I have learned throughout the death of my mother in the last 2 years. Thank you so very much, guys, for watching. I just felt like I should make this like a tradition to keep making a video on the day my mother passed on in memory of her. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you have your own story to tell, or if you have what you have observed through the loss of a loved one, please leave it in the comment section. I'd love to read from you guys. Thank you so very much, guys, for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.